Well, I think number one, I think it's great with homecoming, and personally as a coach, I love homecoming situations. I think it's great to get our current players connecting with players from the past, getting a lot of the alumni back. I think it should be an exciting week, and the big thing we're trying to do is get our players to still focus on the game as well. Enjoy the activities as they go on, but make sure they still keep the game as a priority. I think as well as you kind of look at some of the things with Fort Lewis, it's always been a big rivalry as far as on the western slope. For us, it'll be a standpoint that really what we're doing is we're just looking to try to get better this week. We know that they are a dangerous football team. A lot of people tend to look at just the records and they say, well, they're really struggling. If you take a look at it from that standpoint, all you got to do is look at who they beat. They're the only team that's beat CSU Pueblo in the last 3 years in the conference. So, they are capable of being a very strong and a very dangerous football team. Our preparation is against that kind of a team. And so as we look at it, we're really trying to make sure we get better this week for our situation, not worry so much about Fort Lewis, but make sure we're a better football team. Well, I think last year down there, it was our best game in all three phases that we played last year: offense, defense, and special teams. I think that when you look at their program down there, they're another year advanced into the program now with John L. down there. They're an outstanding football team, and they're extremely well coached. I think what you're seeing is they are better than what they were a year ago because their players understand their schemes better, offensively, defensively, even their special teams. Watching them, they are a very well coached team. They are sound in the things they do, and when they don't make mistakes, they're going to be very solid, very good in their special teams. So from our standpoint, we got to make sure we're executing very well. Marcus had a great game down there in Silver City, and he even come in the other day. He and I were talking afterward, and he said, I could have had 3 picks because he had another one in his hands, and he's right. But also, Marcus has been making a lot of plays for us this year. Honestly, he's one of our best pass rush guys we have. So Coach Patton has moved him around where at times he's even more involved as a pass rusher than he is as a drop guy. But it's a standpoint that last week, he was kind of the right guy at the right place. Made a lot of plays for us early on, down the stretch. The pick six right after we had the block punt and we took the lead, that was huge because they still had time on the clock to move the ball down and basically put themselves in scoring position. Marcus makes the interception, takes it back for the touchdown, really created the 10-point separation, and then gets the pick right after that again. Returns it a few yards, takes the slide into the ground to secure the football and basically to ice a game. But Marcus has been playing very well for us all year long, and he's just making a lot of plays, and I think you're seeing his confidence level grow and his expectation level of the plays he can make continues to increase. I think the biggest thing is our players have continued to get better. And we've gotten better offensively, we've gotten better defensively. But the one area that's been really consistent, more than anything else, is really our special teams have dominated the last 3 games. One of the ways we score our special teams, every week by net yards on different things, whether it's on other teams' returns, our returns, the whole way through. Our special teams have really been dominant the last 3 games. That, I think, is the biggest area as far as consistency. But then there's also a lot of correlation because when we're winning the special teams, we're winning the field position, and that gives us a better opportunity offensively. It makes teams have a longer field to go defensively. Obviously, offensively, we've gotten better. We've had a more consistent output with Andrew at the quarterback. He's getting better every single week. Hopefully that continues this week. He is a young man that has a tremendous passion to understand the game, and I expect him to continue to play very well. But I think those are probably the 2 biggest things that we've seen as far as consistency over the last 3 weeks.